They're locked away. Lined and ready, stand by, away. Hero in the Wind to the inside, bounced very well going forward in the early part with Porashiri. Now Sun Palace is just going to snick back, let a few of these burn across. Halushka wants to be there up in the mix, wide and posted wide for the time being as they work off the front is Angel Halo, flying yellow with him. In between runners is Gold Kingdom. He's on a move forward from next in the field, Kingpin. Third to last was Tony's Love from Haseliao, and Ginger Man off the minimum mark of 22 snags back to the end. They work their way along the back. They've got 1,100 metres left to travel. Hero in the Wind. Rider takes hold and gets a nice cheap sectional along the back. From to its outside, Porashiri, 2.5 lengths to Halushka. Its inside was Sun Palace. 3 wide on the improve with no back to follow is Gold Kingdom, but seems to be just working up nice and slowly. Angel Halo tracks with him. From next in the field was Flying Yellow. Following it was Kingpin on the rail. They were followed by Silver Joy. Wide is Tony's Love, following Angel Halo everywhere he goes. Back up on the inside was Silver Joy, Haseliao, and last of all was Ginger Man. As they come past the 500 metre marker, now Porashiri's gone up and goes up to eyeball its stablemate Hero in the Wind. Sun Palace now begins its run here for Manuel Nunez. They were followed by Tony's Love. Gold Kingdom now in the clear and starts to etch into the margin. From Kingpin, who was best of the rest, Sun Palace takes over. Sun Palace as they come past the 150, the leader. Tony's Love is not going to lay down for the time being. Porashiri with his head up in the sky. It's Sun Palace and Tony's Love down to the line. Porashiri fighting up the inside tight. Photo. Porashiri, well, he had his head everywhere bar down looking at the track, and he's gone down to the line with Tony's Love. Sun Palace was third. Gold Kingdom a little bit disappointing. He never ran on. From Kingpin, Silver Joy, Flying Yellow, Hero in the Wind. Ginger Man was third to last with Haseliao, and Angel Halo and Halushka were one of the last two to cross. Good incentive for those bringing horses here to Singapore. It's a nice paycheck to get early in their career. We're off. Dixit Dominus bounced very well to the inside, and on the early part puts at least a length on them. From Mariana Trench burning across with Bingo Master, Deception tucked in behind them in third. From Big Green Hat, next was Blue Idol from 911. Third to last was Classic 11, Night Command, and Agurio is last. They make their way off past the 1,000 metres. And the leader is Dixit Dominus here in the second race of the day. From Deception, first 400, 24.73, so they are going lickety split up front. Mariana Trench snags back into third. It's 3 wide. Big Green Hat in amongst them with also Bingo Master. The best part of 6 lengths back to Blue Idol. A similar margin to 911. 5 lengths back from it was Night Command with Classic 11, and Agurio is still last. They are strung right out here as they come down the straight. As they come past the 450, leading the way is Deception. From Dixit Dominus to the inside, Big Green Hat now gets out with the baldy white face. He's making a run at them from Bingo Master in behind. And here down the outside comes Blue Idol. It's Blue Idol and Deception up front. Dixit Dominus on the inside. Blue Idol's going better than most of them for the time being. Coming past the 100-metre mark, it's Blue Idol and Deception who's trying to fight back on the inside. But it'll be Blue Idol today. Blue Idol goes on to score. And that's an early double on the program there for Ricardo Lagrange. Goes on to break out the restricted maiden win over Deception. They were followed by 911, who ran on at a price from Bingo Master, Big Green Hat, Dixit Dominus, Night Command, Agurio. And the last two to cross there were Mariana Trench and Classic 11. Jockey on Matsuri Bayashi just getting him to pick his head up. And the flag is raised at the back. Stand by, we're off. Nice level dispatch in the end. Going forward, Voluminous on the outside with King Louis. Pressing forward with the maiden, a great expectation. Cheval Blanc's going to go forward and hold them all off the fence. From next in the field, Split second. 12th Night was 6th under a nice hold from the rider. Just trying to get him to settle down here. Wind Rhapsody was next. They were followed by Luck of Master, third to last. Star Jack and Matsuri Bayashi's at the end. The field make their way past the 1400 metres, and it is Great Expectation who burns across now for Lerner. Goes up to lead by a length and a half on Cheval Blanc. King Louis pressing on wide up to the leader's girth from Voluminous. Split second was next from Wind Rhapsody. 12th Night, just fighting the rider here and has been for the last 400 metres. Star Jack now up into third to last. Luck of Master relegated to second last, and Matsuri Bayashi is at the end. They do climb up to the top of the hill, right at the back here at Kranji. 26.8 the first 400 metre call, and Mark Lerner and Great Expectation now lead a length and 3/4 on Cheval Blanc. King Louis wide from Voluminous, split second. A gap there back to Wind Rhapsody. Star Jack, 12th Night, third to last from Luck of Master, and Matsuri Bayashi's the whipper-innerer, watching it all unfold from the back as they come past the 600 metre marker and make their way into the straight. And it is Great Expectation and King Louis. Cheval Blanc's got an inside run, just looking for that clear passage. Hasn't got it at the moment, Cheval Blanc. Voluminous now takes over on the outside. Luck of Master starting to come wide. Luck of Master's doing 2 to their 1 here as they come past the 250 metre marker. Goes up on the outside of Voluminous. Great Expectation's not done with yet. It's Luck of Master and Voluminous. Great Expectation still fighting back on the inside. Luck of Master. Great Expectation's not going to lie down. Luck of Master gets it in a bob. A well-timed ride by the Brazilian. Goes on to get the win there from Great Expectation. Tight for third between split second and 12th Night. Voluminous was next from Wind Rhapsody. Cheval Blanc disappointing. He knocked up with King Louis. Star Jack was second to last, and Matsuri Bayashi's been pulled up 20 metres past the line. He looks all okay for the time being, but jockey dismounting for the time being. And the starters up signal is there. We're off. Now, the Wild Prince knuckled a little bit. Troy C having to boot up for them to stay intact here. Big Day goes back with super speed. Back there as well in the early part was Boy Next Door. Dragon Riker boots up the inside for Jimmy Wong, takes up the early lead. From Lucky Imperator to its outside, giving it the stare. Winning Hobby 3 wide. Auspicious Day now 4 wide. And with punching the breeze out there nice and deep out on the track. They were followed by Broadway Success and I'm a Conqueror racing together. From Zygarde, who's also very wide on the track. Ironclad amongst them with Boy Next Door. The Wild Prince, the rail from next in the field was Big Day. And last of all was Super Speed. They make the turn. And Dragon Riker holds the inside advantage on Lucky Imperator. Winning Hobby is down the outside here, making up some headway with the 4 kilo claim. Broadway Success trying to look for some runs in there as well. Boy Next Door was best of the rest, and Ironclad starting to make some ground as well. It's Dragon Riker and Lucky Imperator, the favourite, that go down to war here. Now, Lucky Imperator's on the outside. Dragon Riker's not giving in for the time being. Dragon Riker up the inside. Jimmy Wong, he's getting everything out of Dragon Riker and gets there potentially. Wowee, photo finish. Dragon Riker and Lucky Imperator going down to the line together. They were followed next there by Boy Next Door, who ran on into clear third. A nice run by him. Big Day was next from Broadway Success. The Wild Prince, Ironclad, Winning Hobby. They were followed there by Super Speed. I'm a Conqueror knocked up with Auspicious Day. And Zygarde was back there as well. Tight finish. Signal given. We're off. Now, Flak Jacket was a little tardy away with Cousteau. Plenty of speed from Mortal Engine, and Unconquered's gone up to give it the stare early from Fabu. Now, Romantic's rider's just taken a hold there for a second. He was coming up on heels. He's in fourth. Cousteau boots up to its inside. Flak Jacket now making up for early ground lost. Lim Zoom was next wide out on the track from Mr. Big Brother, and splitting the middle of those two at the back was Mr. Dynamo. Mortal Engine takes over now to a clear margin of around a length and a half from Cousteau to its outside. Now, Unconquered's been booted out wide with Cousteau coming up the inside. Flak Jacket's also looking for runs. He's on the favourites back from Romantic, Fabu, Mr. Dynamo. Mr. Big Brother was second to last. Lim Zoom's last. Mortal Engine coming down past the 250, the leader from Unconquered, who's not going to lay down for the time being. It's going to make it work for it. Now it's out in front, Mortal Engine. Unconquered's trying to get there, but not getting there for the time being. Unconquered now lifting. Mortal Engine, though, has got enough of a buffer, and Mortal Engine goes on the favourite to score. A good win. That's a treble for Nunez. Unconquered was second from Flak Jacket, who was very, very big up the inside into third. They were followed by Mr. Big Brother, Romantic, Cousteau knocked up from Lim's Zoom, who never really ran on there despite the market support. Mr. Dynamo second to last. Fabu was last across. Flags raised. Off. Winning Power bounced well to the inside with My Horse. Healthy Stars 3 wide for the time being, but just burning across. A little bit of keen in the run there. From Our Secret Weapon, who snags back court wide inside of it. Thomas Delago and Victorum. Next in the field came Coming Up. Third to last. Second to last was Sportscaster, and One Way Ticket's been relegated to the end. So the moves are coming here. My Horse goes up to a lead. Healthy Star peels out and goes for a run. Now improving wide as well is Coming Up, and is starting to get into the race, but is very wide out on the track from Our Secret Weapon. Victorum, Winning Power up the inside, has a run if it's good enough. One Way Ticket was next from Coming Up, and last of all was Sportscaster. My Horse gives a kick. Healthy Star to its outside though, going the better for the time being. Can it level up with My Horse, who's not going to let down for the time being? Healthy Star the leader. My Horse giving a kick on the inside. Healthy Star. My Horse makes it interesting, but won't get there. Healthy Star beats My Horse. Victorum third from Thomas Delago. Well, Our Secret Weapon never really ran on. One Way Ticket crossed with it. They were followed next in the field there by Sportscaster, Coming Up, and Winning Power. They were the last 3 to cross. Oh, as they've thrown the flag up, one of the horses on the outside, I think it was Ema, jumped in the air but has gone back down, and they're off. And the Wild Bunch goes to his usual roll up in front. Vigor pressing on wide from Rick Vello and Amazing Breeze, who gets the 1-1, a perfect position here for Akmar Zani. They were followed by Iron in Hand. Hero was next from Glasgow. Back there as well was Ema and Sage. The MMW trio are running third last, second last, and last. Now the Wild Bunch is pulling Troy C's arms off up the inside, and Vigor goes around to the outside to give it the stare and goes on by. From Amazing Breeze, who's getting a beautiful run in transit with a back to follow. From Rick Vello the inside, they were followed by Iron in Hand. Now Hero was fourth to last for Nunez. Ema is 3 wide at the back clump with Sage, and back up on the inside was Glasgow, where he was last time. As they begin the wheel for home, 500 from the judge, and it's Vigor giving a kick up in front from the Wild Bunch. Now Amazing Breeze needs to find. Rick Vello's now starting to run out into the race, and Hero's peeling out for a run. Up in front, this could be a ding-dong go here. The Wild Bunch giving a kick for Troy C. Vigor, here's Rick Vello. Amazing Breeze isn't going to get there. Hero down the outside. It's going to be up in front, though. The Wild Bunch breaking through. Troy C gets his first win for the season. Well done, son. Beating home Hero. Rick Vello third from Vigor. Amazing Breeze slightly disappointing at every possible. That was at no fault of the apprentice whatsoever. He did everything there to be able to get him across the line. Rick Vello followed from next in the field, Iron in Hand, Sage, and Ema never ran on. We're set for a start at the 1200 metres. Away. Now Winning Hammer and Zestful. Zestful leapt in the air, it cost itself. Diamond Ring got away to a flyer and burns across with Old Mate Buzzer, who's a lot closer to the speed today. Up there as well as Olympia. Limbs Pride holding them off the fence for the time being. Now Optimum Star's up into a nice position in fifth from My Boss. Zestful deeper out on the track. It's burnt a lot of petrol early, so it'll have to be good from there. Winning Hammer back up on the running rail and is back there with footsteps on the car. First 400, 24.83, passing the 650, and Olympia takes over now from Diamond Ring, Old Mate Buzzer. Limbs Pride back up on the running rail. Optimum Star's going to need some luck, but is there with Zestful, who's already under a ride. Footsteps on the car was next from My Boss, and Winning Hammer is the last one as they turn at the 400. And Olympia leads them into the straight from Diamond Ring. Old Mate Buzzer making up some ground with Optimum Star in behind. Limbs Pride looking for a run. Olympia's given a kick up the inside from Diamond Ring. Limbs Pride now starting to let down here past the 150. It's Olympia and Limbs Pride. Limbs Pride's going the better. Limbs Pride draws away, and he was well backed on the line, and the favourite goes on to score from Diamond Ring. Now Olympia's going to hold. Footsteps on the car made some ground from the back into fourth from My Boss, Optimum Star. Now Winning Hammer was third to last from Old Mate Buzzer, who knocked up bad. And after the tardy getaway, Zestful's race was over at the 400. The lights are on. We're lined and ready. We're off. Gold Strike was a little tardy out. Going back with the stayers, Top Knight and Big Hearted in the early part. Sacred Choir settles at the back. Nepean takes over the leading job as we expected, leading by 2 lengths to Now You See. Now Limbs Kosciuszko sitting into third, now second, just tracking up to sit outside the leader. From So High Class, about 5 off the speed. Gold Strike was next from Big Hearted. Second to last was Sacred Choir. And Top Knight's relegated to the end. They come past the 900-metre marker, first 400, 25.65. So not going too fast, but in saying that, Nepean takes up the lead and leads by a length and a half on Limbs Kosciuszko. Now You See, leaders back third the rail. From So High Class, creeping up 3 wide, Gold Strike in between them. From next in the field, Sacred Choir, Big Hearted. Top Knight now goes for a run and is going peeling wide and begins his run in the straight, being whacked away by Manuel Nunes as they begin their run for home. 400 from the judge, and Nepean is the leader. From Limbs Kosciuszko, who now gets into his work with the lightweight. Now You See's tucked in behind them from So High Class. Here come the stayers. Big Hearted and Top Knight down the outside, starting to get into its work. Limbs Kosciuszko taking over past the 150, and Limbs Kosciuszko letting down late with the lightweight. It is all over. Barbers shouting, and Limbs Kosciuszko keeps the picket fence rolling. Wins by 2.5 to Nepean. Now You See a brave run with the extra 1.5 kilos into third position from Sacred Choir, Big Hearted. They were followed by So High Class. Second to last was Gold Strike. And Top Knight tried to let down there, but obviously he'll appreciate more ground in the weeks ahead. Class 4, $50,000, 1,200 metres on the all-weather track. We're off. Nice line by starter Damien Kinnamont. Illustrious was pretty sharp out of the gates going forward with Lady Sprintbok. Beasley looking across to the right, just making sure he's giving her enough to be able to stay up and keep all these off the fence. Hot Shot Slam wants a piece of it with First Chief. Sesson settles back into third. They were followed next there by Basilisk in 6th on the rail from Karat. Next came Big Tiger. They were followed there by Reignite, St. Elwyn, Charger, the entire second to last. Russian Twist is last of them as the 12 make their way down the side past the 550. Taking over now is the grey, Illustrious, to go up on the outside of Lady Sprintbok, who's kept the pace genuine. Hot Shot Slam still in with a chance from Sesson, who peels. They were followed by Basilisk, the rail. Big Tiger making ground down the outside. Karat was best of the rest. Where's First Chief? He's in more trouble than the early Explorers. Illustrious takes over past the 200 from Lady Sprintbok. Running on now was also there Big Tiger, but Illustrious, the grey, is burned away here past the 50. Big Tiger motoring home late. Illustrious on tyre legs. Big Tiger dives, misses. Nunes gets a four-peat once again here early in the season. Breaks through on Illustrious, beats home Big Tiger. Basilisk and Karat were brave into third and fourth from Lady Sprintbok, who knocked up Sesson. Russian Twist was there as well with Reignite. Charger was one of the last across with Hot Shot Slam, St. Elwyn, and First Chief. His winning streak comes to an end.